Hey there, guys, and when I say guys, I mean probably mostly Dez, and anybody else chooses to tune into this video. I know Dez will. Mario Maker is her favorite. Hi, Dez. Sorry for the jump cut, I had to cough lots. So, welcome back to Super Mario Maker 2. Wasn't actually intending to play any more of this or do any more content creation for this, but now I don't want to view notifications. Who cares? Who cares? But I finally got around to uploading the really hard ground pound cancel based level that I made over the summer. It is now halfway through October. Finally uploaded it, and I figured I would show off that level similar to the other good levels I made, because I'm pretty proud of it, and it was quite tough to upload. So first things first, let's take a look at my maker score. Yep, hasn't changed since I last checked. Only 2 people have played it still, which is a bummer, because I'm curious what people would think about it. I think it's got 0 for 4. The silly part is that I uploaded this at 291 maker points, and I was still streaming, and like 10 minutes later I checked back and it was 288, which means that within 10 minutes of this level going up, somebody played it and downvoted it. And I guarantee you it wasn't downvoted because it's bad. They downvoted it because they didn't like how hard it was, because they weren't good enough to beat it, and they like immediately tried it, failed it, and then downvoted it, which is fine because the maker points don't mean shit to me. But it's still kind of stupid. So before I actually play through the level, let me just give you a quick overview of what it looks like in the maker. Alright, so here is my level in maker mode. You start here, and immediately you have to jump and do some ground pound cancels. A ground pound cancel, for those of you who don't know, is when you jump into the air, ground pound, and then you do this little maneuver where you cancel the ground pound and go into an air twirl. This is performed by pressing up and air twirl at the same time right after the ground pound in order to cancel it as soon as possible. So, like so, because it just allows you to maintain control of Mario in the air even after a bunch of jumps, right? So that's the premise of this level, is ground pound cancels. Lots of them. Lots of tough platforming, lots of spikes that are very deadly, and I used the entirety of this horizontal map in order to create a very difficult ground pound cancel based level with 2 checkpoints. And yeah, now I'm going to show you how you beat it, and I'm going to do it with the use of checkpoints since I already did my time, so to speak. My goodness, these coughs are plaguing me now that I'm recording. But yeah, in order to upload it, I did have to beat it 3 times all the way through with no checkpoints, as I'm sure you remember the stipulation from my previous levels, because you need to prove that it's beatable from every single possible starting point. But of course, I get to use checkpoints because it's already uploaded, so here we go. Hang Time GPC Boot Camp, or Ground Pound Cancel Boot Camp, is what I named it. And start off pretty simple here. Just doing some basic ground pounding maneuvers into a spin jump off these thwomps. And this is one of the hardest sections in the level because... Okay, I fucked up the ground pound cancel there. If you'll notice, what it looked like is I spent too long falling, or I didn't get the cancel I needed, and I just ground pounded for a little bit. Just like happened there. What's happening with my fucking hands, dude? I want to blame the controller and how it communicates with my Switch, which does sometimes get me on stream and stuff, but I think that one might have been all me. But anyway, that one to the left is probably the hardest series of ground pound cancels in the level, because where you end up... Okay, for real. Where you end up relative to the thwomp before you start ground pound canceling is very important, and it's based off of that spring jump off the wall. The other sections like that are a bit more forgiving, so it starts off difficult. It's a little bit easier. That was entirely my fault. I don't know what I'm doing. But, in order to chain ground pound cancels in the air, back to back, it's actually... It takes some practice, because you have to, like, communicate to... Like, your brain has to communicate to your fingers to chain these inputs repeatedly. And it's just not super intuitive. And also, I don't know how I'm getting that. You see, it's hard to see, maybe I'll zoom in, but if you can look at the top left there, where my name is, the P switch is gone. The P-switch being gone means that the block should have appeared, like the coins turn into blocks. It's interesting to me that the P-switch can leave the screen entirely and not finish being activated before Mario has claimed those coins, and when I was trying to upload this, I had problems with that as well. That's what's supposed to happen. Sorry, it took me so many tries. First checkpoint achieved. It should have taken me one try, but it did not. The next section, name of the game is the same as it was before. Ground pound, canceling a lot. I think I did a good job using the vertical space here too. A lot of the time, the thwomps in the mid-level come into play once you get up top above them like this. So now we are on to the next section. Not another checkpoint yet to complete the next room though. So you need to maintain the mushroom I gave you for that saw blade, otherwise you can't progress. Okay, that I really am surprised that didn't work. I feel like my ground pound cancels were pretty decent there, but I guess they weren't. Try that again. At least the video will be a decent length. I think I completed the upload back-to-back attempts at the very end there. That's going to be a death because I need the mushroom. And that was just like a day or two ago, so I'm actually surprised I'm struggling so hard. Part of it could be because I'm actually playing this off of my third monitor, which I have to look up at. Not very comfortable. That part is Big Mario could be tough too, because you bump your head. But yeah, it's tough to make your brain go from like press down to immediately press up and twirl to press down, immediately press up and twirl repeatedly. You know, back and forth. Sorry about the cough or the throat clear. Alright, now that one was good. Second checkpoint. So now it's just the last section. This part's a little bit mean because you have to ground pound to get through there fast enough and then cancel it so you don't end up in the lava. Another cancel section there to activate the floor. That one's the easiest one of them all. And then we get some more spin jumps off of thwomps. Into the door. This is the final room, but it contains a couple of the toughest platforming mechanics here. So right here, activate a switch, and you have to time it so that you jump off the red wall to the left, and then by the time you're ready, you ground pound cancel and jump off the blue wall, but the blue wall has to be there, right? So, something like this, and then into a spin jump. Once you're underneath here, activate the vine. And now this needs to be done pretty precisely. You have to grab this, jump to the left, and then turn back and throw to the right so it hits the POW block. Ground pound cancel right after you do so because otherwise you're going to land on a muncher. Okay, so unfortunately there I waited too long to throw the shell. As you can see, it was in the little pocket there, but it didn't have time to reach the POW block, so instead of explaining it, I'm just going to go for it and hope I get it this time. But yeah, seeing me struggle just to fucking get through with checkpoints. Imagine how long it took me to complete it 3 times without checkpoints. It took a long time. It really did. And I made a lot of tweaks to the level too. Some of the parts were too unforgiving, so I changed them. I think what resulted is a pretty balanced, well-designed level. Now that is what is supposed to happen. Looks pretty nifty once you get it. I thought I fucked up the jump off that last note block. The timing on those is tough. Then you come out down here and you win. So there is Hang Time, Ground Pound Cancel Trainer, or Boot Camp. I think I called it Boot Camp. Definitely the hardest level I've made so far because from the ground up, only like intermediate to advanced players are going to be able to do it because the ground pound cancel is not like a casual mechanic. The average player won't know how to do one of those off the top of their head, and this whole level is based around ground pound canceling to avoid falling for long periods of time. So I think it came out pretty well. I mean, I designed it months ago. I'm glad I finally got it off of my Switch and into the cloud or whatever. because now I don't have it at the back of my head being like, you never beat me, you're not good enough because you didn't beat me. I don't foresee myself playing any more Mario Maker 2 in the upcoming, months at all. I've been pretty well busy with Borderlands 3, and I'll probably be playing the new Call of Duty when that comes out next week. If I did play more Mario, I would need some inspiration for another level to make, probably. Because I just get too frustrated with the endless modes, and playing other people's levels that they put no effort into. It just triggers me a little bit. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching another Mario Maker 2 video. Probably going to be the last one of these. And the course ID is right there if you would like to try this level yourself. It's hard. You've been warned. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.